Hi, I'm Loyd, and I have to be honest, this is a little bit of a surreal moment for me because I've been waiting 27 years to get here and to share with you what I'm going to share in this segment and a few segments that are going to follow after this. All of them are going to be short, at least that's my intention. 27 years, that's a long time. About 27 years ago, my beautiful wife, Hope, kicked me out of the house and said, Alex, I need you to leave. I can't stand to live with you anymore. It was one of those moments you can't describe with words. I thought at the time it was the worst thing that had ever happened to me. Now I know it is easily one of the best things that's ever happened to me, and I wouldn't be here talking to you now if that had not happened. By the way, Hope and I have been married 29 years now. We just celebrated our anniversary about a week ago, our 29th anniversary. But anyway, at that time, 27 years ago, everything in my life was sliding into the ditch. I felt bad all the time as far as my health. I had migraine headaches a lot, no energy. I was about to go bankrupt financially. I was about to be fired from my job. Any area you think of in a person's life, it was going bad for me, and not just bad, but worse and worse. And I was coming to a breaking point. And I could feel it. I'd felt it for a number of years, but I couldn't seem to do anything about it. I read books by experts. I went to doctors and asked their advice, doctors of various kinds. I talked to ministers. I read the Bible and ancient manuscripts trying to find the solution, and nothing was working for me. And so Hope kicked me out of the house, and that was sort of the last straw. And I went to my parents' house that night and stayed up all night in the backyard praying and cursing and everything in between. And that was the start of me finding the solution that I didn't find from the doctors or the experts, so-called experts, or self-help books or whatever it was. And after it happened to me, I knew that that's what I wanted to do with my life, was to help other people, whether their issue was success and failure, or health, or relationships, whether they just felt bad all the time, that I wanted to help other people find the solution in their life. And so I started trying to do that. I went back to graduate school and started doing counseling and therapy. And what I tried to teach people is what had happened to me, that I call a transformational aha. But it didn't work for them. No one could do it. And I hadn't done it either. It just sort of happened to me organically, naturally. But none of my clients could do it, not a single one. And so I started on a journey to see if I could find tools and processes and things like that so that people could do it on demand in their life. And now 27 years later, I wrote a book where all the information is in the book, and we're going to be kind of roughly following that so that hopefully you can do this in your life and have your life transformed to be happy and healthy and successful. I need you to know as we start that what we're going to do here has nothing to do with money. It is a movement that we intend to be non-profit. We haven't gotten all that paperwork sorted out yet, so we're not sure if it's going to be a 501c3 or if it's going to be like a Newman's Own thing where we just give away all the profits, if there are any profits at the end of the year. But we're not trying to get you to spend a penny on anything. This has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with religion. We're not trying to convert you to any religion, mine or anyone else's. Although I do believe with all my heart that a right relationship with God is essential to have the life that you really want to have. This has nothing to do with politics or anything else like that you can imagine. We want to start a movement of people all over the world who just want to live their life happy, healthy, successful, and experience love, joy, and peace in the present moment. And very few people live that way, in my experience. Well, we believe we have a way that you can live that way on demand, to live in love, joy, and peace in the present moment for the rest of your life. Now, right now, tomorrow, the next day, and for the rest of your life, and for yourself, your partner, your spouse, your children. And that's what all of us really want, whether we think it's what we want or not. I need you to know something else. What we're about to talk about over these few free segments is life or death. It absolutely is. It's life or death, one cell at a time, one relationship at a time, one emotion at a time, one thought at a time, one day at a time. And it's life or death for you. And it's life or death whether you think it is or not. It's life or death whether you turn this off and say, that's a bunch of baloney. It's still life or death for you. Every moment of every day for the rest of your life. And that's why this is way too important to keep from anyone for the sake of money or any other agenda. So this movement is about not judging you. I will never judge you. Those of us who are part of this movement that's just now starting, we will never judge you. We will keep confidential anything or everything that you want to share if you become part of it. And we will love you. That's the three things. We will love you, we will never judge you, and we will keep confidential anything that you want to share in the course of being a part of this. So I want you to relax. You can listen or watch these, whether it's audio or video for you. You can listen to one right after another. You can do one a day. You can do one a week, whatever you want to do. But they're all free, and I promise again, there's not any gotcha at the end where we're trying to get you to buy something. This is completely free. No strings attached. No gotcha. And I'd like for you maybe to, if you continue to watch, imagine yourself sitting across the table from me with your cup of tea or coffee. You see about my intellectual speed here. So this is not going to be complicated. And us just talking and visiting. And I would love to do that with each one of you. And maybe we'll get an opportunity to do that with a number of you in the future. But I'm I'm going to be comfortable. You be comfortable. I would ask you to open your mind and heart as you watch these and to consider doing this in your life and being a part of this movement to live in the present moment in love and help other people do that as well. This is loosely based on my book. I'm not trying to get you to buy the book. That's called Beyond Willpower in the United States right now, although we might change that because I never liked the name. What I've always called this is the greatest principle in the world that almost nobody knows, and that's probably how I'll refer to it, the greatest principle. If you want to get the book, we will be loosely following it, and I'll be referring to some things in it from time to time. This is called the love principle in some countries, the love code in some countries, the highest principle in some countries. And again, by the time you see this, we may have changed the name in America. I'm talking to Random House about that now because they own the book now. But anyway, what I'm going to share with you, I've watched for 27 years change and transform the lives of almost every single person who has committed to it. And that's why I'm here. That's what I started searching for 27 years ago. And that's what I want for you. And it's the only reason I'm here, for you to live as successful, happy, healthy as you possibly can. So make yourself comfortable, relax, get your cup of coffee, tea, or water, and let's get started with the greatest principle in the world that almost nobody knows.